Hi students. In this video, this is the first video of two to show you guys about getting around in MuseScore. So this is going to help you with your MIDI hack to beat assignment, or this is just your beat making assignment, one of your first in Music 29. And I love this editor. I love MuseScore. But let's talk about MuseScore in just a minute. The first thing that you want to do, we're going to do is, instead of opening up MuseScore, we're going to go over to the internet here. Oh, there's a great ad, whatever. Okay. Go over to freemidi.org. Okay, freemidi.org. And just go to the top MIDI here. Just go to top MIDI. There's plenty to do here, and this is a good, clean website. It's been vetted. I know there's other websites out there for this stuff, but I trust this one. Here we go. These are the top downloaded MIDI files on this website, and I think they're great. Well, there's Nickelback bringing up the rear. Well, look at this. Hotel California by the Eagles, the Titanic theme. Just go on and on. There's plenty to choose from here. That's why I recommend. But, of course, you can search this whole site. But that is a lot. That is a lot of stuff. These files, consider them sheet music. Okay. In fact, you'll see that when we drag this into notation software, they can look like sheet music. But they can be so much more, too, because of MIDI. I will be showing you how to realize this assignment. You can see here on my desktop, I'm going to be using Axel F. That is the theme to Beverly Hills Cops. And, of course, the fantastic My Hips Don't Lie by Shakira. Let's see if we can find it in here. Where is she? Oh, my. Let's see. Well, I'd ask for input, but you guys can't talk back to me in this video. Oh dear. Well, there she is, number 93. A couple of ways you can do this. You can go into Shakira and just look by artist. Like, yikes, look at that picture. Okay, and there's the file that I want. Or you can just click right on the file. Either way. Here we are. And it's the other way around that shows you what else you can download. But you don't want the MP3. That's an audio file. You download the MIDI file here. Okay, download that MIDI file. You can see I've already got it here on my desktop. All right, once you have a MIDI file, now part of the assignment is you want at least two different MIDI files. So find two that not necessarily not like your favorite songs, but something with a lot of musical material. And I'll show you why I like these so much. Okay, now on to MuseScore. All right, here we go. Actually, let me restart. Let me show you guys how this works right from the beginning. Bloop. Freshly downloaded. I don't need those updates. Okay, so MuseScore 3, big update here. Regardless of what version you're using, all of these techniques work. You can just close this. Okay. We use MuseScore in a different way, but I'll tell you about a little bit about it. Let's grab Shakira here. Actually, let me start with Axel F. Let's grab Axel F. Look at this. I can just take that MIDI file wherever it's at. I keep it on the desktop while I'm working. I tuck them back into my documents or wherever I keep them. But look at that. On the Windows machine, this should work with, on an Apple computer, and this should work with Windows, so you can just drag it and drop it in there. Okay, and all this stuff comes up. You can also import, okay? There's an import menu. Oh, you would open. Okay, so you can open those MIDI files as well from the menu. Now, before we get started, there's a whole bunch of extra stuff over here, especially this thing right down here. I mean, you can look at it, but you want as much of a view as you can. Yours probably has a bunch of extra stuff over here. Yours probably looks like this. Probably has the palettes turned on. There's another thing that opens up. I think there's an inspector. Yeah, and then the other thing that I closed. Just go ahead and turn those off in view. You want to be able to see as much as you can. So make this nice and big. And ta-da, take a look at what we've got. This is music notation. Okay, this is sheet music. Now, you don't have to know how to read music to use this tool in this class. I'm going to show you a technique that I lovingly refer to as MIDI hacking. That's a lot of fun, very useful. It gets you to making music right away. Okay, let's go over here to the beginning. So what this did, this made the sheet music. This rendered the sheet music to Axel F, or the theme to Beverly Hills Cop. Let's just have a listen. Here we go. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on here. This is an instrumental score. So each of these lines, okay, is a musical part. It's kind of funny seeing a synthesizer part in sheet music. So each line is a part, and you can see there's only 3 parts playing right now. And it goes by pretty quickly. So this score has all of the parts, but you would actually break these out into individual parts, individual sheet music for each performer, all right? So the piano player would only have the piano music. The vocalist would only have this part, and it would just be probably just 1 or 2 sheets. And we can see here, look at the drums come in, all right? The drums and the bass. In fact, this is the part I'm most interested in. So I really like that break. I really, really like that break. And through the power of MIDI, I'm just going to copy and paste that into another score. So let me show you how to do that. Keep in mind, now in another video, I'm going to show you how to really break down these kind of musical units, these sections, how to find excellent musical ideas. But let's focus on the techniques first. That way you can implement what you learned in the next few videos right away. But take a look here. We've spoken briefly about even numbers in music. Okay, these are bars. Each bar has 4 beats. Okay, that's what that 4/4 means. So if we go 1, 2 bars, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's actually a musical phrase. All right? Did you guys notice that? Feel free to, you can download this file. You can download Axel F and listen for yourself. That this feels good to us. You know, you can hear there's musical ideas that fit into 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, and then that'll be kind of like a smaller phrase, and the entire musical phrase, it's 8 bars long. So that's very helpful for us. If we go to the next 8 bars, it's this break right here that I like so much. Look at that. It goes from measures 9 through 16. Look at that. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. Let me show you how I'm doing this. You can click one bar at a time, but if you click and then you do shift, you hold down shift and you click, okay, you'll highlight all the way through. So let's have a listen. If I highlight that, let me just make sure it's what I want. Okay, so that sounds right. It's 8 bars, and hear how this leads. This is going to lead into the next bar. That means that the phrase was done here on beat 1, and then it has this cool kind of leading in. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy that, and this is just like any kind of a text editor or something. You know, all of the same commands work. You can do like a Command C or a Control C. It's very cool. Let's start a new score here. So I'm gonna go new. Now, actually, first of all, I want to tell you what I'm up to. I'm going to take. I already looked through all of this. I'll show you in another video how I found what I liked, but I'm going to take this drum or this bass line right here, and these drum parts, and I'm going to make a new piece with them. I'm going to mash these up with some parts from the Shakira song. Okay, so that means I already know that I want actually 2 layers of drums, and then the synthesizer here, and then I like there's another instrument part, the kind of main hook from Shakira. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, here we are. Yeah, I'm gonna copy. Now here's kind of the trick. When you're starting a new score, this software it's for composers. Now we're using it, yes, we make music, we're a type of composers, electronic musicians, but this is for acoustic musicians. Okay, people who write for orchestras and things like that. So we don't necessarily need all of the features. We're hacking this. So let me show you how to set this up without too much of a fuss. So we're gonna go new. We don't need to do any of this. You copyright sheet music, but we're not using this as sheet music. We don't need any of it. So we'll just continue here. We're going to choose our instruments now. Now this part is important. Yeah, when we choose our instruments here, first of all, yeah, we're just gonna go with general. What's it have? Yeah, we're gonna choose. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little new to this version. So under general, we're just gonna choose instruments. You can have these palettes already set up. So if you do write for choirs, or if you write for string quartets, you've got yourself a palette here. It's fantastic. But we're going to start with a blank canvas just because we use this differently. We'll start with common instruments, but we're going to change it over to all in just a moment. But first, let's get our drum sets going. So we want percussion unpitched. We want our unpitched percussion. If it was pitched, those are things like chimes and marimbas, things you can play a scale on. But we want drum sets. So you select drum set, then you add. Look at that. It goes over here now. Let's add 2 of those. All right. Now the next part in Axel F, this is a synthesizer part, right? It's a bass synth. So I don't see those in here. So apparently electronic instruments are not common. So let's go. We can do electronic music. Ooh, Interesting. So there's our electronic music synthesizer. That's fine. All right, that works for me. Let's grab our. Just trust me on this one. We want to use a. No, not saw. Oh my. Let's use a square synthesizer. Okay. We add that. Now, the last part is a. They call it a vuvuzela. But it's weird. It's a trumpet part. So let's just go all instruments here, and it's in treble clef. So I'm going to put it as a brass instrument. Let's just grab a C trumpet. Yeah. It's in C. We don't want it to be transposing if that's interesting to you. I'll tell you that more in a more specific video about music theory. Okay, so we're going to add all of that. And continue. These are key signatures. We don't need one. All right, we'll start right here. You want to stay in a 4/4 time signature. Okay? To start with. I only want 16 bars. There's a few ways to do this. Let's see if I do my trick where I select, I do shift click here. Sometimes it lets me, well, the other, all right, so it doesn't want to delete that way, right? So I'll show you a trick with this. Remember, we want 8-bar phrases. Oh, I messed something up here. I messed something up. So I'm going to go back to, let's see. I want to open up, it's going to say instruments. Uh-oh. Where did it go? I want to edit. There we go. Under edit instruments, I want the drums on the bottom. So if I select and I see this down here in the middle, this is the bridge between all the instruments and what you want in your piece. Bring them down. I just click and I go down like that. I want the trumpet at the top. Okay, much better, much better. My composer instincts are kicking in where I want the high sounds on top and percussion closer to the bottom. Weirdly enough, strings are at the bottom in a traditional score. But okay, so let's grab the drums. I want 16 bars, so I'm actually going to grab 8 bars of drums. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that could be a nice phrase, but this happens to be a 16 bar or an 8-bar phrase. Okay. 6, 7, 8. I could grab 16, but I want to show you something. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And right here, I'm going to go with my first drum set. Let's go and edit that. Control click will get that going. I'm going to change the instrument's name. So okay. Let's have drum set. We'll go, these are the drums from Axel F. There we are. Short name. I think Axel Drums is plenty short anyway. There we are. Okay, so now it says Axel Drums for me. So I know where I'm at. If I can stay on the page. All right, Axel Drums. Paste those in. So I said that I want 16 bars. Now, something that I recommend that you do. In fact, I might start this over. See that the music, it wraps around down here. This is a system break. It's a pain. Let's go up to format. And let's select all. So I'm just going to Command A. Select all. Format. I don't want system. Remove current system breaks. Okay, let's see if it was nice to me. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, be mindful of this. I prefer to not have those in there. It can be a real pain. So keep in mind, okay, that you have to scroll down. So I'm gonna, here's the end of my phrase. I'm gonna put one more 8-bar phrase in there. Paste. Okay. There we go. Now, I can get rid of these measures now because I don't need 32 measures. I only want 16 in this case. So I go measures. Edit. Oops. Let's go edit. We will delete. Wait, did it actually do it? No. Did not. Sorry about this. Save file. Score properties. Oops. Looks like I'm going to give you a tour. Delete. No. View, palettes, timeline. Okay, it's not going to be in there. Show page numbers. Add. Now they were in here. All right, format. Here we go. Add, remove system breaks. Oh, no, wait. We were just in there. Tools, implo, measures. Here we go. Now I just had. I swear I just had it when I was practicing before I made this video. Uh-oh. One more run through and then we'll Google it. You know, if we go into here. Maybe it's in here. That was not what I wanted to do. But you can see that there's a lot of great stuff here. Let's see. Reset style. Positions. Page settings. Oh, that's interesting. Why? I don't want to start this video over again. Oh. Let's see. Delete. Excuse me? Wow. Well, let's go ahead and Google this, shall we? Let's see, this is MuseScore 3, delete measures. Click on the last measure you want to delete. Push around the measure. Go to edit. Huh. It's under edit. Now, why didn't I see that before, huh? Probably just nervous making all my videos here. Wait a second. I remember trying that before. Ah. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, go to edit. So in MuseScore 1 and 2. And then Control, delete, or Control backspace. Oh my. Okay, so it's Commands delete. And looks like if we went up here. Feel free to ask me questions about that. Okay. So all of that, I made that big deal out of making sure that we have 16 bars. Okay, we see each system. These are called systems. At the beginning of a page, okay? So there's bar 13, 14. Here's 15, 16. Yay, 16 bar phrase. Okay, so I have this nice beat. Now remember, I want that bass line also, and I'm going to paste that into my Square synthesizer. Let's go back to Axel F. There we go. Back to Axel F. We can even work backwards here, right? We can see where we got our drums. Interestingly enough, that's bar 16, but we're working our way back to bar 9, right? I just did not take my own advice, okay? Bar 9, shift, click, there we go. Look at that. The whole thing is highlighted now. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, edit, copy. And right here, okay, in my Square synthesizer, just keep that the same. And we're going to edit, paste. Now let's find bar 9 and add to it again. I actually meant to put that in the bass clef. It's very strange that it went into the treble clef like that. So I'm going to undo. You see how, so this is for piano music, these clefs. These are high notes, these are low notes. So since this is a bass line, See how it looks a lot better than that weirdness that I had. Ah, okay. Now here's kind of the strangeness. Now this is for exporting into GarageBand, but we still want to do a little bit of editing, see what, audition some sounds, see what they sound like. And this sound is way too soft. It is just way too soft. I want sounds that cut through. I want some better sounds. So I'm going to actually change the synth that's on this. Remember, that's the power of MIDI. It's very, very cool. So let's go View, Mixer. Okay, now again, a mixer, its job is to take multiple voices. Right here we have 4 and mix them down to the 2 channels. In this case, probably in your headphones or something like that. Okay, let's find, here's our square synth. Okay, right now I'm on trumpet. Okay, see that when I select the channel, each of these, all right, this would be the volume for that square synth. We can mute it, solo it. This is panning. We'll work on that later though. There's the master. We can bring that up and down. But okay, we've got square synth selected. All right. Whoops. Okay. Square synth is selected. And its patch. MuseScore has a whole bunch of just these standard, they're not great synthesizers. That's, the beauty of it is you can just grab one. The downfall is you can only just grab one. You can't customize them. That's why we're moving over to GarageBand to get some real GarageBand or another workstation. But let's see. That's a sine wave. Not enough grit in there. And then we're going to study that later. What gives a sound grit. Now, we have a whole bunch of choices in here, but I just know from experience that I want to use the square lead. Okay, it's just a good sound. You'll learn why later, but look at this. You can do a bottle sound, pan flutes, recorders, ocarinas. I mean, this is just part of the list. Feel free to have fun with this. You can make a piece in MuseScore. It's really fun. Let's go with that square lead. Yeah, we can close this. Okay. Again, the way that I got to that, now you can just rewind the video, but I went View, Mixer. Don't be fooled. The synthesizer menu, it's actually not as helpful as this mixer right here. Okay. Let's try it now. All right, there we go. To start out with, my piece is going to. I've been listening to a lot of Juan Atkins lately. He's the father of techno. His moniker Model 500, late 80s, kind of sparse, strange, robotic music. I love it. So I'm probably going to emulate that in these videos. It's probably the kind of piece I'll put together. So I like that part from Axel F. Now, I found some neat... This song by Shakira, My Hips Don't Lie. A fun song, but there's actually some really cool musical stuff going on in here. So I'm going to import that. Again, let's clean this up. I mean, if you wanted to take a look, you can open this up and... there's the instrumentation. That may or may not be helpful for you, but let's just go ahead and... X that out. If you have extra palettes and stuff in here, I highly recommend going to View and unchecking all of this. And yeah, this is Shakira. Here we go. Yeah, whether or not you like Shakira, we can see that there's actually some really cool musical ideas that I want to grab. I like this hook right here. Now, keep in mind, notice, we'll go over what this time signature means, but look at that, 4/4. Look at Axel F. Look at Axel F. They're in the same time signature. It means the beats are going to line up. That's important. Look at this phrase here. 4 bars. Isn't that great? It actually ends right here, but then it has this, again, it has this little lead into the next bar. So I'm going to grab these 4 bars. I'm just going to do Command C and Command V from here on out. You should know how to edit and copy by now. I'm going to put that to my C trumpet. Command V. Whoops. But wait. I want that to come in on bar 5. Well, let me have a listen here. Because there's only 16 bars, okay? Actually, I'm going to go... Well, let's count that again, okay? 2. Okay, so I want that next musical idea to come in on bar 5. I'm going to go 5, and then... Yeah, this isn't scrolling to the side, so don't be fooled. Okay, find your next bar. Okay, bar 9. Paste in there and do a little quick math here. Bar 13. Okay, so it sounds a little crazy right now. The tempos are off and things like that, but we've layered sounds. I want to do one more. Okay, I'm going to do one more for you guys. I want the drums from Shakira also. Now, I want 8 bars, and I want them to come in at the end. Where are those great drums? They're very, very dense, very cool. Here's where the drums come in, right? In fact, if I just wanted to go into my mixer here, view, mixer, I find those drums. Look at all these neat instruments. There's a lot of neat stuff in this track. I'm going to try and pull it apart some more. Okay, we solo that. And again, these are musical ideas we're looking for, not that you can use, this is raw material, not, it's supposed to inspire you, not necessarily if you like the whole song or something. Listen to these drums. Ooh, so cool, right? I'm just going to give the game away. If it looks like I'm really packing this full of all kinds of crazy stuff, it's true. We're going to use subtractive techniques. Okay? And I'm going to delete a whole bunch of this. That's why I want stuff with a lot of really neat things in there. Let's see. So I've got... Oops. Okay. What did I start on? Okay, bar 5. Well, 4 or 8 bar phrase. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this should work. See how it's one system per page? That's really nice. I wish I'd gotten set mine for that. So I want this to come in the last half. There we are. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Whoa, okay, that is a lot of stuff, but mission accomplished. Okay, we have taken raw MIDI data. We've taken our favorite parts from we've gotten 2 MIDI files off of the internet, and we've mashed them up, and now they're ready to thin out and then move over to GarageBand. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video where we're going to clean this up and get it ready to go into GarageBand.